I seen this on the way here or earlier today. The price increase, not decrease. The price increase for the Xbox Series X and the S. Games $80, and I think the console's going up $100.
Like 100, 150. The games went up to 80. Controllers went up for a basic controller. That went up to 65 now.
Yep.
And then if you want a color one, I think that it went up to 70. It's crazy. $5 for a color, my nigga.
They hit niggas with the old school game controller.
Man, that's
finesse.
And at the end of the day, they trying to create some FOMO, man.
Yeah.
They know that the economy is bad, so they trying to get you in.
Saving their money and trying to find entertainment in the house.
I mean, just think about it. The PS5, for the longest, it was a shortage of them.
Yeah.
Because they just stopped making them.
And then they smacked you in the head for a stronger one.
Yep.
You ain't go. I really feel like either we not gonna get a next gen PS whatever Xbox, or they gonna give it to us, and it's gonna be so expensive.
Yeah,
this shit gonna crash because it's unsustainable.
I don't think we're getting another one for a while.
Yeah, we just gonna get them. And now that I think about it, Sony was kind of smart putting out the PS5 Pro, because the way shit looking now, it's gonna cost them an arm and a leg to try to make a new console and sell it in this climate.
I mean, and at this point, you don't need a physical copy, because you can't, like, the trade-in game is done for it. That ain't a real thing. You go to GameStop, you just bought the game, they trying to give you $3.
Yep.
And you like, nigga,
2K17 still $60.
Right.
There.
Like, shit's crazy. So I think they're going to move all the digital, and then eventually it's going to turn into, I think what Xbox is doing, they're moving to, they keep trying to use this play everywhere.
People don't understand. I said this a long time ago. When them people, they came out with a Samsung TV with the shit already built in there. Game Pass already in there.
Yeah.
Like, Google was early with the Stadia.
Yeah,
I had that
built into the.
It was cool. It was no problem. People was so mad, and rightfully so, by not owning their own games. Yeah. But it's like Xbox is smart because they want to be first. They want to be the Netflix of games.
Yep.
Sony is pushing back because they want their own ecosystem, and they trying to figure it out in their own way with the cloud, PlayStation Plus, and all of that shit. But I've experienced this firsthand. So a couple years ago, I had bought Max Payne. Max Payne is one of them games I missed out on PS2.
Okay.
So I bought it. Pardon me. I'm thinking like, shit.
Right.
It's like a weekend. Let me just play this.
Yeah.
Something happened where it glitched out, where it was never saving my progress.
Damn.
Every time I started over, PS2 games was hard as shit back then. So I reached out to their customer service. Hey, bro, I want a refund at this point because I can't play. They told me, once you buy the game and you start it up, you are no longer eligible for a refund. So I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to get a refund?
Right.
So basically, after tussling with them for a little bit, and this was like a couple years ago, so they probably changed the policy now, because you can't even get to their customer service now. It's a bot.
Right.
So she was like,
they want you to do chats all the time.
They basically was like, all right, we're going to refund it because we went in the system and saw that it's a problem. But if you it's going to stay in your library, but if you start this fucking game up at any point, you getting charged.
Damn.
So I was like, all right, I just deleted that shit out of my library just in case I don't
have the urge to click.
Yeah, because I'm like, damn. So if you can't own your games, Nintendo making it to where the game ain't even on the cartridge no more.
Yeah.
You take it and you can't trade it in. Then the trade-in market's so fucking crazy. Because remember I told you, I don't know if I told you, but after the last podcast episode, me and my cousin went up to this little game spot where they got a bunch of retro consoles and shit like that. Yeah. He had a whole shelf up there with games that was graded $4,000, $3,000. And the games weren't even good. It's just the rarity of them.
Yeah.
So it's like the used market is fucked up. So I'm pro emulation. But even then, they be shutting the sites down. Yeah. So it's like, bruh's fucked up.
I think people need to realize that we're getting to the point where consoles won't be a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be PC. And like you said, Xbox, they're going to do it to where all their games are going to be funneled through Xbox Game Pass.
It's going to be a little dongle.
As long as you got a fucking Xbox controller,
yep, you can play it anywhere.
Just pop the app open, play the game straight through the app, and you just connect your controller to the TV.
Because low-key, that's what PlayStation Portal is.
And I think that's a good idea, because I think it's a hassle. Like, if you try to go to your friend's house or something, you're like, oh, I got this game you don't got. Now you gotta I hope he got the console that could take the disc. Mm-hmm. If he don't, then it's like, how
for you to fuck up. I was waiting for you to fuck up. I was waiting for you to fuck up.
You see, I had to take my
the
time.
disc. I was like, yeah, fuck that up. I can't be the only one.
I'm like, we getting to that point, and I think Xbox is smart because I think they realize we can't beat Sony with the console war.
Yeah, because that's not what they want to be first to lay the ground lay the groundwork to where you can't avoid them to where you gotta put your because they don't care about Forza in that Indiana Jones game is on PlayStation.
Yeah,
they already talking about maybe Halo. Once Halo hit PlayStation, that console war shit is
over.
It's
with. Over.
That was the shit they was holding.
But
that
Xbox said we rather take the money.
Yep, they rather
Fuck
take
the console.
That's why they bought Activision.
Yep.
They want Call of Duty. That's gonna make money, and that's another reason why the games went up because of the development costs.
Yeah.
So.
But also, I think they sinking a lot of money into these games.
Yeah,
and for no reason.
Yeah, publishers be just crazy. But what made me think about it real quick is that I think Sega was way ahead of their time with the Dreamcast and the VMU, the little thing you put in your controller. Because now that I think about it, I think it's gonna go to a point where they're gonna sell you a controller and your profile gonna be on the controller. And you could just, take it wherever you want to go. Your subscription service is in the controller. So when you sync it up to the TV, it sync up to your controller, got your game list and everything. So Sega was early. But I'm done with gaming at this point. I might buy a game here and there, but if I got to invest in all of this shit, I'm not doing that.